Hello everyone, and welcome back to Drama-O-Rama Online. I'm Mrs. Combs, and I'm so excited to be sharing this time with you today. Now remember to have your journals handy, and we have some special guests joining us today, so let's get started. For today's warm-up, we are going to be breathing deeply in different ways. Is everybody ready? For this first breathing exercise, we are going to smell the soup by breathing in and cool the soup by breathing out. So I want you to imagine that you have a bowl of hot soup in front of you, and we're going to do this 3 times. Ready? And very good. That soup, I think, is ready to eat. So for this next breathing warm-up, we are going to be breathing in blue skies and breathing out gray skies. So I want you to use your imagination, and we're going to do this 3 times. Are you ready? Very good. Our next breathing warm-up is called volcano breaths. When we breathe in, we're going to push our arms up like hot lava coming out of the top of a volcano. And when we breathe out, we're going to push our arms down like that hot lava coming down the side of the volcano. And we're also going to do this 3 times. Is everybody ready? And very good. Our last breathing warm-up is called explosion breaths. So we're first going to breathe in, crouching down as low as we can get. And when we breathe out, we'll explode our arms and our legs out to the side. Now we're going to do that 3 times as well. Is everybody ready? And very good. Today we're going to focus on emotion. And emotion is how a character feels in the moment. So we need to understand how we show emotions and how others show emotions so that we can play all kinds of characters in different situations. We're going to be playing our first game, the emotion game, with 2 very special guests. I'd like to introduce our special guests today. We have Evan Combs.
Hi, everyone.
And Aaron Combs.
Hi, everyone.
Are you ready to play the emotion game?
We're ready.
Evan and Aaron are going to act out 4 different emotions. I want you to write down each emotion that you see in your journals. Then it'll be your turn to act out each emotion. Neutral. And action. And freeze. Okay, now look at Evan's eyes. they're all squinty and his mouth is open but the corners are pointing up, and look how much energy he has in his arms. And neutral. And neutral. And action. Freeze. Okay, everybody, look at the energy in her arms. Look at her mouth and her eyes. All of that is showing a specific emotion. Very, very energized. And neutral. Sometimes different emotions look the same. So if you said for this exercise that the emotion was excited, then yes, you were correct. But if you said, oh, you were happy or maybe thrilled, you were very, very close, because those different emotions can look the same. Now I want you to give excited a try. Stand in neutral. And action. Show me excited. Show me excited with your whole body and your face. And freeze. Freeze. Hold that freeze. Show me all that excitement in that frozen face and body. And neutral. Well done. Neutral. And action. And freeze. Now look at his eyes. Now his eyes are kind of pointing down. He doesn't look, his mouth, look at his mouth and his body position, the energy in his body. And neutral. Neutral. And action. And freeze. Okay, now look at her mouth, downturned lips. She's not really making eye contact, and her body is turned away. And neutral. If you said shy, then yes, you're correct. Now, if you said something like afraid, that could look very similar to shy, so you were very close. Now, you give shy a try. Stand in neutral. And action. Show me shy. Really show me with your body and your face, shy. Now freeze. Hold that position. Freeze. Continue showing me shy. And neutral. Well done. Neutral. And action. And freeze. Now look at his face. The energy in his arms and his face. His mouth, it's wide open. And look at his eyes. And neutral. Neutral. And action. Oh, freeze. Now look, her hands are on her face, and look at her eyes. They're big, and her eyebrows are arched, and her body is very tense. And neutral. If you said scared, then yes, you're correct. But if you said something like shocked, that could look very similar to scared. So you were very close. Now you try scared. Stand in neutral. And action. Show me that you're really scared with your face and your body. Show me scared. And freeze. Hold that scared, frozen position with your body, your face, and neutral. Well done. Neutral. And action. And freeze. Okay, look at his face. He's using his tongue. He's using his fingers. Look at his eyes. They're kind of rolling back. And neutral. Neutral. And action. And freeze. Okay, look, her tongue is sticking out. She's doing something with her hands, and look at her eyes are squinty, and she's got a lot of energy. And neutral. If you said silly, then yes, you were correct. But if you said something like goofy or crazy, it could look pretty similar. So you were very, very close. Now, why don't you give silly a try? Stand in neutral and action. Now, show me the silly, silly with your body, your face, so much silly, silly, silly. And freeze. Show me that frozen, silly face, that frozen, silly body. And neutral. Well done. Sometimes we need to remember when we felt excited or shy or scared or silly to make the acting situation feel more real. Just like sense memory, but with feelings. Now we're going to play a game called Changing Emotion. In Changing Emotion, I will give you an activity to pantomime, and then you get to choose the emotion, something that makes you feel a certain way when you are doing this particular activity. I'm going to be acting this out with you and talking you through it. Then I will, as we're acting it out, change the story, which will then change the emotion, how we feel about this particular activity. All right, it may sound a little tricky, but we're going to be doing these together, and it'll become much clearer as we go along. All right, are you ready? Okay, I want everyone to imagine that someone is handing you an ice cream cone with your favorite flavor on it. So take the ice cream cone and show how you feel about getting that awesome ice cream cone. Now start eating that ice cream cone. Oh, it's so good. I love ice cream so much. And now, as you're eating the ice cream cone, you take one more lick, and the scoop fell all the way to the ground, and it's now covered in dirt, and it's melting on the sidewalk. How do you feel now? Okay, now I want you to imagine that you're at school and you're sitting at your desk and your teacher is handing back a test that was so hard and you were so worried about this test. So you're gonna decide how you feel as you watch her hand back everybody's tests one by one. And finally the test comes to you and you look at it and you turn it around and, oh, you got 100% on this test. You did so well on this test. Oh, so exciting. Now I want you to imagine that you are brand new to your school. You don't know anybody and you feel like you don't have any friends and you're sitting all alone in the playground. You really want to play, but maybe you're too afraid to ask anybody to play with you. Are you feeling a little shy? How does it make you feel when you don't have anybody to play with? Oh my gosh, all of a sudden, a group of kids, they're coming your way. What are they going to ask you? They just asked you if you can play with them. They want to play handball and they want you to play with them. I feel so much better now. How was that for everyone? You know, I found it both fun and challenging to show more than one emotion in this scene. It's time for today's journal prompt. Thank you so much for playing emotion games with Evan, Aaron, and me today. Until next time, we're going to sing Goodbye, Goodbye, Goodbye. Goodbye, everyone. It's time to say goodbye. Goodbye, everyone.